Yo, 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 is that the one and only? The one and only real Frogman in here, coming with 29 months. God damn, dude! How's it going? That is insane! 29 months! 29 months coming in with that Twitch Prime subscription, dude. I appreciate it so much. It is absolutely staggering. 29 months amounts to about more than 2 years. Wow. I sometimes even get like surprised that like I've been streaming for more than 2 years. I actually started off, I think my first time was in 2016, so that will make... Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. If I started in 2016, I've been doing this for 5 years. What am I doing with my life? Oh my god, that sudden realization that like 2016 is almost 5 years ago. God damn, boy! Oh my god. Oh my god, how's it going, man? It's been a while, dude. It has been a while indeed. But yeah. Yeah, that was something that I didn't realize. Like, honestly, like, I've always felt like, oh, I've just been doing this for a bit. But again, like, there has been so much in the meantime. Like, seriously, like, I remember I started out and, like, the first streams I did were absolute garbage, where I was like, oh my god, I'll be like a radio station, I'll, like, answer people's questions about, like, Warframe in the chat, which could actually be fun, okay? That could actually be a good idea. Some people made a pretty good career out of that, where they play Warframe to answer people's questions, but my idea was, like, I'd sit in the relay, answer people questions in chat, and then people in, like, stream could watch me answer questions, and then learn from me answering questions? God, I did not think that through. I did not think that through. And thank God that that never really happened. So yeah, after that we of course had those events, like the Twitch events, and I was like, fuck it, you know, let's go and stream myself too, because maybe I should just do streaming myself if I'm gonna do events. And afterwards, you know, the Warframe shit happened, and we had like pretty cool times. And now we then like that we had like the 8 hours a day streams. Remember those, Tribal, dude? Like seriously, like those times, even though like part of me like still somehow remembers like those, you know, those Warframe raid sort of things that we had during that time, or like the crazy stuff that we had where it's like, oh yeah, Fortuna's out, everyone's like, oh, going crazy, people raiding each other. Like I remember with like those Twitch drops, we sometimes get like insane views like the entire week long, where you just start out with like 100 people that were actually not weirdly watching, and you just be hosting each other with like 900 people, like where like 10 people would actually be watching. That was crazy. But like the thing which I actually like legit remember from that time, which is like what signifies that time, is like those hecka long streams. Like I used to do like 2 a day, like 4 hours, another 4 hours. Like I remember those days were just like the days where like I'd be chilling with you, Jen, and Emil, and we'd just be like chilling and talking about shit, and like you guys were there like every day, and we were just like, yo, what's going on? And like we'd play a bit of Fortuna, we'd just play a bit of like Warframe, whatever we were doing, farming relics, doing some Xbox stuff. And yeah, Brother Das rated me, and I was like, oh man, dude, yeah, I remember you started streaming, we were like rating you and shit, dude, that was fun. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Those were some good times. Those were some good times indeed. Total deer in headlights moment. I remember, oh dude, remember when I did that on Sin? Like, I remember I got like one of those like Warframe raids or something, or I got like a Twitch shop thing. I had like 200, 300 people in my stream. I was like, let me go raid Sin. Who just started streaming, have no idea what he was doing, because he wanted to become a Warframe partner for the meme, and I was 100% in support of that. And then he was like, please, can you just like come on, like, you know, voice chat and like figure this shit out? And then we raided, oh my god, who was it? Professor Broman, and he just did not respond to a 130 person host or something. And I was like, dude, that is so rude. That is so fucking rude. Like, I don't know, man. Like, if you're watching this, Professor Broman, which you probably aren't, because who cares? But like, that's rude. That's someone that comes around with like 130 people or 150 people that's like, hello, here I am, rating your stream. At least you can do is like say, hey, what's up, dude? Thank you so much for that host. It's like, I don't care. I don't care no matter how much I will have, like, you know, how many people will be watching the stream at one point in time. I will always be able to say like, hey, good job. Thank you for the host. Because, you know, appreciate it. That was perfect, dude. It was. But oh well. There is a new time among us, upon us, not among us. Among Us, dude, the Among Us fucking time was also crazy. Like, that was like last year, the last half a year of 2020 was fucking Among Us time. I love that. I love that. That was so good. Where we just had, you know, well, we were just like every Friday doing Among Us, and like we were getting better and better. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I actually was able to save those streams. Like they're up on YouTube right now, which is amazing. So I'll be able to go back to them because like most of like those Warframe streams I don't even have anymore, which is just kind of sad because, you know, like it was cool that I had them. It was cool to like watch them back, but like most of them are just like I didn't save them at the time, and like Twitch, like we still have the clips, but apart from that, not really anything. But yeah, like a new time is upon us. I'm gonna be releasing my next video on the gaming channel most likely tomorrow. I have recorded the audio. I have recorded like I've written the script. I have I've almost finished up the intro, and now I'm gonna have to be recording like the main video stuff, which is gonna take me an afternoon, I think. I'm not quite sure, but it will be a good old format, of a very long video of about 2 minutes time. But it's not gonna be about Warframe. It's gonna be about a different game. It's gonna be about a different game, which I'm gonna play more. It's gonna be a different game, which I've been playing like the entire afternoon. Like seriously, no joke. I've been playing from like 1 o'clock to like I've been playing 5 hours. Fuck, I've been playing for like 5 hours straight of Apex. I was playing with Rascals, okay? I was playing with Rascals, okay? If anything, I mean, yeah, blame me, because like I did it. But yeah, I want to try and make some Apex videos because I'm really enjoying the game. And I want to do that in like the 2-minute format, where just like everything I'm kind of learning, you know, just like make that into like a 2-minute slash-dash thing. Or trying to, I know. Oh yeah, Tribal, we got a brand new moderator on the stream, which is Rahab. Tyrannus, boy. What's up, man? How's it going? With that E, oh my god, that used to be like a fucking thing that I did. I know there was someone that would always come into the stream saying E, and like back in the time, like the what was it? The E meme was like a thing, you know, like the Markiplier fried up picture of like E, and then I used to do like, whenever this person would come in, I would do like E. And that was it. That was the whole fucking meme. There was nothing more to it. It was like E. I have ascended. None may challenge me. How's it going, man? Was it Rescus? Have you been able to like get back into the game later on, or did you just like give up until tomorrow? So like basically, like if you're not aware, Apex has been under attack. To those you like not liking battle royales, like good job. But yeah, like basically like what's been happening is like people have been like hacking Apex because they want to save Titanfall, which I 100% stand behind, but not behind the method that they do it. So basically like Titanfall 1 is like heavily being like under a DDoS attack sort of thing. Like it's been like pain the multiplayer lobbies for a long time, and just like the developer doesn't do anything about it. So like some people decided, let's go like attack Apex, so they gotta pay attention to us. So yeah, like it's been kind of shit the last few days. But yeah, went for a walk, regretted it. But what went wrong? What went wrong with a walk? Most of the time walks are cool, right? Like I kind of enjoy myself doing some walks, but what happened? What happened that the walks went wrong? Also, Tribal, did you try Titanfall 2? Or did you install it? Did you play it? Did you see it? Did you touch it? I really enjoyed it. I went outside. Nope, issues are still present, and it turns out it has affected some players since the Genesis collection event started. As for why it only started around the time the servers were hacked, for my case, we may never know. So, like, basically what you have is, like, infinite, loading screen, Apex Legends, Genesis event. I haven't yet. If you have time, install it on your Xbox. Like, give it a shot. Let's see. I mean, like, here, Apex not loading after Genesis event update. Let me see here. The event went live yesterday and brought up along a new event, returning maps. However, new update keeps constantly crashing. Yeah. I mean, like, I know that with every single update, like, no game can get updates right for some reason. But yeah. Like, I know that, like, whenever Apex updates, like, it's always shit, but, like, most of the time it fixes over a day. Just in the same that Warframe used to be, like, absolutely shit with updates. I'm actually wondering, for anyone still, like, in the know of Warframe, like, what is, like, are they actually, like, gonna be bringing about, like, something new soon? Kind of want to see if they have some news on their site or something. God, I hate this landing page. I actually, like, legitimately have hatred for this page. Like, serious hatred for this page, because it is so stupid. Like, it is an advertisement for the game when you go to their site. Let me tell you something. If someone goes to your site, you don't need to advertise your site, because they've just gone to your site. It is exactly like, you know, if you buy a product and you open up the box and like half of the box is just like advertisement for the product you just bought. It's like, dude, I already bought your product. You don't need to sell me this shit anymore because you already got my money. Like, what else do you want me to do? Do you want me to buy another one? I already got this thing. And like, if I need to buy another one, I'm apparently like, this thing is absolute garbage. So like, yeah. It's so insane, and like, that is what I find here too. It's like, dude, I just want to go to warframe.com/news to see if there's any news, and instead, you give me this bloody advertisement saying like, oh yeah, join up to 50 million players in this fast-paced... It's like, no, I'm already going to your site, I know what this is. If I did, like, put in something like, I don't know, Pornhub or something, you know, like Pornhub, and then this thing shows up. I mean, like, I don't know how well that would convey, but fuck, this is so dumb. I really, really hate this. NVIDIA, how's it going? We're getting, oh, fuck. Holy shit. We're getting Corpus Liches, and apparently it's going to be a faster farm than Rainier Liches. Ooh, curious. Sister of Parforce is supposedly coming soon. Rahab says tomorrow. Ooh, there's plenty of Warframe porn on Pornhub. I mean, I am not going to doubt that. So, yeah, that's exactly where they should put that page. Let's see. Aurelia and Sisters of Parforce are coming out soon. Oh my god, the fucking... bathtub Warframe. Oh yeah, Ureli is a thing. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. My sleep schedule has made another rotation. Where is it at right now? Let me see here. So what do we have here? We have TennoCon 2021. Learn more. I'm actually quite curious, like, when is that gonna happen? And this right here, coming July 6th on all platforms. Sisters of Parphos. Is it actually gonna have, like... I don't know. So, like, the thing is like, I've been kind of like waiting for like a Warframe update sort of thing. Like an update to like maybe look back into the game. But the thing is that like Railjack didn't fit for me. Railjack Revisited didn't fit for me because honestly, like, I don't like Railjack. It's like, I'm sorry, but it's just like, it just doesn't work for me. Like, what I have with Titanfall, this is why I love Titanfall 2 so far. I've only played 2 hours of that. I fucking love it. It's like, if you're in your Titan, like, yes, you feel like you are in a bigger machine, which is a bit slower, but you do not feel like you're outside of the game, like you're experiencing the game from, like, inside a thing. And that is really what I feel with Railjack. In Railjack, you're just literally, like, inside a machine, which is, like, experiencing all the fun. And whenever you're in the machine, which is experiencing all the fun, you feel like you're rather slow, and it's kind of like, yeah, if I actually want to be, like, fighting shit, I gotta be, like, outside, and if you're outside, it's like, yeah, but if I actually want to be, like, doing damage, I gotta be, like, inside, so it just does not work for me. It really doesn't fix. So, like, whenever Railjack stuff came out, I don't give a fuck. So, like, that's the thing. So, like, that's what I'm curious about. And, like, there needs to be an update for me to, like, maybe come back in. But the thing is, like, I also wanted to, like, I kind of just want a new war. Are they going to say something here about TennoCon 2021 about a new war or something? In 11 days, we're going to have TennoCon 2021? God damn. I remembered when these were today's that I was, like, really looking forward to. But oh well. Before we look into that, I want to say, Fiddler, what's up, dude? How's it going? I require your Robux to refuel my car. You can have all my Robux. Actually, speaking of Roblox, like, Roblox is such a big fucking game, actually. Like, I think Roblox actually went, Roblox stock. I think Roblox actually went public lately. And, like, their stock. Look at this! Look at fucking this! Right here. Oh my god, this is insane. Roblox stock is at $85. $85.82. Like, what the fuck, you guys? Like, this game, which I don't know about you, but to me, Roblox is kind of like a, I don't really know game. It's like, I know it was popular at some point, but it feels like it's really fallen off because, like, you know, you had, like, Minecraft, which was the big thing, then Fortnite was the big thing, and in between Minecraft and Fortnite, there was this Roblox thing, which is like, yeah, it's like Minecraft, blocky, but it's like, it's not really Minecraft, and you can do, like, different things on it. And, like, we tried it out once, and then never came back to it, because then Fortnite became a thing, and Fortnite also feels like it's fallen off, so, like, I really feel like Roblox, like, was relevant for a really short amount of time, but only as a meme. But still, it's good enough to have, like, an $85 share. And, like, I don't know what this looks like over, like, the long term. Like, what is the long term shit of this Roblox advanced charting? My god. Actually, like, it's recently taken a bit of a dip, but, like, it's been over 100. Would you look at that? It's been over 100. That's insane. Well, like, I don't really know how this map works, but wow, why did it go up so high? That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, let me see. Sisters, below. The meta shift is gonna show, cause the melee stuff down and the guns that we hold will be rising to the top. Behold. Oh man. Also, Tyrannus, thank you so much. Or Rap, thank you so much. Oh boy, yeah, the melee nerves. Oh boy. I will eat the bots. I play Roblox shooter games, they're fun. Rapper, undercover, or what? What's up, Sloyd? How are you doing? Do you think I'm a rapper? No, I'm not. I probably do this shit. Have you seen the Roblox games created in Roblox? I have actually not. Like, the only thing that I've done, like, it was literally just before we did the couch, or just around the time that we were doing the couch, that, like, Cole, Def, and I played, like, one afternoon of, or, like, maybe two days of, one which was, like, a big slide sort of thing in Roblox, and the other one was, like a Modern Warfare 2 style team deathmatch sort of thing, which Cole said he played a lot, and then I never saw him play Roblox again. So yeah, melee nerfs are going to be a thing because guns need buffing. Makes total sense. I actually spoke about this with Xena. And asked him, like, how does it make sense that, like, melee is being nerfed because, you know, like if it, like, especially because I heard that, I was like, yeah, because, like, at the end stages of the game, which apparently doesn't also even exist, but, like, at the end stages of the game, what is happening is that, oh boy, you know, people are only playing melee, not really playing guns, and people don't think guns are powerful enough. And I asked him, like, yo, like, why do they need to nerf melee if people just enjoy playing melee? And he was like, well, actually, like, what's going on is that, like, these mods that they're nerfing used to be, like, super late game mods, and have actually made them available, like, in Daemos now. So there is a bit of, like, a buff nerf thing going on, like, the pickup rate, which doesn't really affect anyone that already had those mods. Like, it doesn't really affect me that you can get those mods, like, fairly early on in the game. I don't give a shit. But now, like, you're making my setup weaker, which is a bit shit. But yeah, like, at the same time, like, it's yeah, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if people start realizing how absurdly strong Phantasma is with the update, to the point of it being a top tier weapon by the metagaming community. Phantasma, I remember that used to be, like, a really strong weapon, even, like, before people, like, pick it up as meta. Like, I remember I really enjoyed that. I really did enjoy that. But yeah, like, I've not really gone into Roblox. Maybe at some point I should do, like, a Roblox episode or something. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, like, their answer to buffing guns wasn't to look at stats or anything. It was to add some new mods. It's clear the level of strength players have is too much for the devs to handle. They gotta tone everything down to a level they can actually manage, so it's fucking Doom. But, like, okay, so this is my brutally honest sake of Warframe, is that, honestly, like, it's gotten to a point where, like, I very little care. I care way much more about Retro joining the streams. Like, hey there, what's up, dude? How's it going? Like, I really enjoy that. That makes my day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. But, like, with Warframe, it's like, it really felt like years ago it's dropped its steam into, like, moving forward. It's not, like, kind of, like, done its sideways thing. And that's why right now, like, I'm actually quite curious, is, like, what is this Sister of Parphos update thing? Because I'm actually curious. I actually just want to see, like, what is this thing about? Is this something that I might be interested in? Because, like, honestly, like, at this point in time, I don't really feel like doing any more side content. I kind of want a new war. Like, I kind of want to be moving forward again, like, to something new, and not something which is like, oh yeah, like, halfway through the universe, this happens. It's like, no, but I want to be on the cutting edge. It doesn't feel like we're on the bleeding edge anymore. But it doesn't feel like that for years. So yeah, the Corpus are manufacturing a new line of adversary, the Sisterhood of Elite Hunters who will live and die by the orders of Parvos Grenham. So yeah, this is like, they will hunt, the hunt begins. So, like, this just feels like side questing to me. So we have new guns, we have Ureli. But wait, that really amps up the edginess in Warframe. That's my god, this is fucking, what the fuck? This skin makes me think of Horizon. Hold on. I'm gonna show you what I fucking mean with this. So, Horizon. Dude, Apex. This is crazy. This shit is crazy. I've moved on to other games, but I just come back to try out anything new that comes out. Yeah, me too. Hold on. So, like, Horizon Apex Legends. I want to see that skin. That, like, that reminds me of. Because, like, oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Let's see. Where are the skins here? This one right here. Look, like, this skin right here, okay? Like, I know it's kind of, like, low res here, but, like, look at this skin. And then look at this thing right here. Like, am I weird for connecting the two? Like, obviously, like, they're not a one-to-one, but, like, you know, like, the shoulder pads, the color scheme, like... Is that just me? Oh, man, new Syndicate offerings. Yeah, they have some new... Oh, the Kuva Heck. Oh, boy. Curious. You are weird, but yes, that looks similar. Fuck yeah, that's what I'm going for. I'll never want to be normal. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. But yeah, they changed shotgun status. The gun skyrocketed in performance, much like the Phage, but without the setup time. I've more. Let's see. Rahab says, at this point in time, I don't really care. The logic behind it is bloody baffling, especially considering how it's based entirely on one game that the majority of players do not use. Yeah, the old fire protection has worked really well. Ember skin that needs that looks good, sorely needed after years of the last Travis. Oh boy, I mean, it completely outshines the Ignis Rave in terms of damage output, and with the galvanized mods, the range can be mitigated with the Axilla slot. Ew, combat shape. I know, right? Kuvasar is the only thing I'm looking forward to the most, honestly. So, like, the thing which I find with Warframe is that, like, it had some steam at the start with, like, you know, it was developing as, like, a brand new game, no one knew where it was going. Then it had some, like, steam where it was going for it with, like, you know, second dream, Warden. And then it had some steam with, like, oh, we're going to open worlds. And, like, the first one was kind of crappy, but maybe we can make a second one. There was some steam behind that. But afterwards, like, completely dropped for me. Maybe because I just don't care about Railjack, but it just doesn't feel like a move forward. It just feels like, oh, let's try out something to the side. So, like, whenever, like, this thing comes out, like, the liches don't really feel like something that's moving forward. It feels like a piece of side content. So, like, personally, like, I'm really looking forward to, like, something like the new war. This feels like, yeah, like, just like the old liches were, just like a piece of side contents. But yeah, they're adding fillers, but they've been like adding fillers for years, though. So, like, that's kind of the thing. I'm kind of curious as to what they say about TennoCon 2021. It's gonna be digital, I guess. Quite curious as to, like, what's going on. We can't wait to show you the road to TennoCon. You can get, like, platinum and shit. Like, why the fuck do people, like... I mean, like, I get it. You can, like, you know, buy this because you can buy the digital thing, but still, it's like, come on. It's like, it's not even a physical practice thing anymore. You have a t-shirt, that looks like Naruto Boy. That looks like fucking Naruto Boy right there. Merch, pack, oh my god, the pin. Bundle on PC only. A digital pack and a merch pack. Is the digital pack not, what the fuck? $65, that's insane. New merch available now. Yeah, we have Welcome, we have the Sounds of Systems, which is pre-recorded, we have live Q&A, the Art of Warframe Community Art, Tenno Live. Yeah, nothing really about, like, what might be coming up. But yeah. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, with the final lich fight will now take place in Railjack, so that's something. Ooh. Fuck, wrong one. I don't care. I don't recognize Railjack. Liches are leeching for your lifetime. I mean, like, I like that, like, the thing is, like, I don't care. It's like, I don't mind that they're adding new things because it's a new feature. New features generally are supposed to be good. But at the same time, it just feels like, it's kind of like smartphones, eh? It's kind of like smartphones where, like, I remember when smartphones came out and they were, like, the hot new thing. And we went from, like, something like this size to something like this size. Like, look at how big that is. Look at how big that difference is. And that was, like, in, like, a year time or something. That we went from, like, something this size to something this size. That was insane. And, like, I remember the first phones just ran like crap. And, like, you'd swipe like this and you'd have to wait, like, 2 minutes for, like, the page to swipe to the other side. And that was insane. And then some came out with, like, 2 cameras. It was like, what the fuck? There's 2 cameras. One for, like, small modes and one for big modes. That's crazy. And they had, like, this super cool screen which, like, fits all the edges. And had, like, headphone jacks and, like, USB-C. And, like, they were adding all these things which are, like, just massive, insane. Wow, it just blew your mind. And now it's like, yeah, they're still looking the exact same. This phone is from, like, 2016 or something. This phone is 5 years old. But all the phones they're making just look exactly like this thing. And it's like, the screen is still the same size, the screen is still the same resolution. It's like, yeah, but, you know, we've added for fifth camera, which is, like, those grayscale pictures, we've, like, added, like, things that, like, yeah, you now have a button that you can, you know, push, and then the button does things, and that's really cool, and you can now swipe, and then the thing happens. It's like, yeah, it's cool, I guess, but, like, why should, like, I'm not excited about that shit anymore. I used to be excited about this shit when this thing came out, like, when, like, things like this came out and was like, it went from, like, this size to this size. Like, what the fuck? You'd hold in your hand, you'd be like, whoa. You'd be like, oh my god, look at this thing. You'd show it to all your friends, be like, look at this. This screen is, like, so much bigger. There's no bezels here. Like, oh my god, I can, like, play games and shit. That was so cool. I was the same with Warframe. It's like, holy shit, we have a cinematic quest. Woo! Woo! Look at this! This game has got story now. Go play this! Holy god! Oh! And, like, that was amazing. I was like, oh my god, open world! The thing opens! Woo! Now with Liches, I've never really had that. It's like, oh, there's a new mini-boss dude, which we can fight. Cool, I guess. Oh, there's like some like space thing that you can get into, but it's kind of clunky. Cool, I guess. Oh, there's a third open world. Cool, I guess. It just doesn't get me excited. This is in the same way that I'm like, oh, you know, there's a fourth camera in this phone. Cool, I guess. So yeah. There was like 60 years between the Wright brothers, when the Wright brothers flew to when we landed on the moon. Oh my god. And you know, like, how much development has been in aviation since? Like, you know, like, oh my god. Development of planes in, between 1990 and 2020. It doesn't help that old free world open worlds brought literally nothing new. So yeah, let me see if I can find something which is like about like the evolution of like airplanes or something. Because it's like it just kind of feels like nothing has really happened when it comes to. Wow. Okay, so like I'm on a site here, which is supposed to be like the evolution of airplanes, and it's like it shows like the first airplane in 1903, the first metal airplane in 1917, 1937 first jet engines, first radar in 1945, then commercial airplanes, and then like first like yeah, like nothing really happened. But like it's very stale. It's very stale right now. Like the airplane space is just like if you see like a really old plane, it's like the only thing that it doesn't really have is like screens. But it's like look at this. This right here apparently is like a picture from the 1990s. Like that looks like a plane you can find today. But then if you look like phones or PCs from the 1990s, it's like it's like died and day. So like that's also like an industry which is like dead in terms of like growth. Maybe soon there may be new planes. Who knows? They brought new forms of painful grind. Oh boy, I'd love to subject myself to painful grinds. It doesn't have, let's see, the F-22 Raptor has a radar cross-section of 0.002 meters squared. Oh boy, seems like a lot of things are just stuck in a limbo at the moment. It feels like it's been like since 2018, to be honest, like seriously. Indeed, the closest thing to notably new content with open worlds beyond PoEs releases Plague Star, and that's and not only is that pushing it, but we also know that's basically just taken out of circulations. Frogs are the best animals according to NASA. Oh boy, I do agree there. By the way, Rascals did say something all the way back about like the thing here. About like his Apex Worlds, but yeah, there's a fair amount of people who have the same issue as me, and EA has responded to the issue, so hopefully they'll be fixed sooner than later. Especially because I'd like to not miss out on some of the treasure pack and Genesis cosmetics. Actually, I do kind of want to see like what the yeah, like I've already like filled up my meter entirely. I've already completed the fun sort of thing. That's one thing which I do feel with Apex is like it kind of sucks that like you can't get everything for displaying. That kind of sucks. But oh well, I guess the game's got to make money in some way, shape, or form, but you know. Anyway. Oh boy. Yeah. The plan kind of is to like, I'm gonna be releasing a video this week, well, like hopefully tomorrow, about Apex in a good old-fashioned format. Kind of want to see how it does. Kind of want to see how the reaction is, because I know that some people might be like, "Oh, about rails." It's so weird. It's so weird because every single time like we stream, like it's strange because like Raskas, you play Warframe. I know that like Emil played Warframe. Like, and y'all are like, "Yo, Apex fucking lit. I love it." We have like Mogamu, Rio. We have Jisa. We have Iflan. There are so many people that like I know that play Warframe, that play Apex, and really love it. But still, I have this feeling that I'm like, oh, people are just gonna hate it because like a better route. Like that's shit I'm super scared about. But yeah. Let me see. Let me look this up. The F-22 Raptor, 0.0002 meters squared. Let me see. Let me see if we can find something about it. Warframe Battle Royale when? I think that they could have done that in Dallas. I think they could have done that, but they were too late with it. Let's see if we can find something about this. Like, honestly, this looks crazy, though. Like, look at this thing. The F-35, and this right here is the F-35. Like, look at that looks fucking futuristic as fuck, man. This looks fucking futuristic as fuck. I mean, like, why don't we see more? Why can't we buy this shit? Like, why can't we have our own one of these, you know? I mean, like, yeah, I don't want to have this as, like, a small thing. I just want to have, like, one of these. Yeah! But yeah, like, I think that Warframe definitely has had its chance to, like, do a better route. I think that if they went with, like, the Plains of Eidolon and they did this ring thing, which like, goes smaller sort of thing, and what they would have is, like, you would drop a Steno and you could, like, pick up Warframes along the way and weapons. Like, that would have been a very interesting way, because you'd have, like, a hero shooter, but even the heroes would be, like, things you pick up. So, like, you could drop down, like, just imagine this, eh? Just imagine with, like, Apex sort of thing, where, like, with the legends you have, like, you don't even know what legend you get, because you're just gonna drop down and you're gonna find out later on down the line. So, like, you could have this thing where, like, what you have with, like, Apex, like, I will choose different legends based on, like, the team that I have, because some of them, like, interact with each other very well. So, like, what you could do is, like, you could, like, pick up a Warframe, and let's say, like, hey, an Ember and, like, a Rhino, like, together would, like, work really well. Or like an Ember and a Frost would work really well, because both their abilities would then connect to, like, make blast damage or something. Like, that would be insane, because, like, you know, you could be like, oh wait, I picked up this Ember, and now, like, oh no, like, no, I picked up this Rhino, and now you got the Frost, but I see an Ember right here, let me swap out of my Rhino, and, like, let me swap into an Ember, which I found, because that's better for our team synergy. Like, that would have been an extra layer on top of, like, the Battle Royale genre, where, like, aside from that, you're gonna have weapons, like, guns, like, primary, secondary guns, and you're gonna have melee. Like, that would have been pretty cool. Because basically, like, you have this thing where, like, you're gonna have, like, this hero-type shit, like, Battle Royale, but, like, you're also gonna have the heroes be on, like, a pickup basis, and Warframe could have justified that with, like, US Tenno, like, blast in. It's, like, the only thing, like, how you're flying and sort of thing, like, that's something you can figure out, but, like, that's something they could have definitely done with the movement system. Like, it would have been very interesting. I don't think they wanted to do that, though, so yeah. The Battle Royale genre has been very even to me, as only Apex did that positively for me so far. I agree too. I'm really curious this week, because I cannot wait. I've been playing Titanfall 2. I would definitely recommend, if you want to play a cool game, get Titanfall 2. If you, like, have it on, if you have, like, Xbox Game Pass. If you have that, go and, like, get it. Like, get it. You can download it for free if you have Xbox Game Pass, which is not for free because you're paying for Game Pass, but, like, get it and give it a shot, because, like, I've really been enjoying the story mode. It's like this thing where you have, like, a really cool, easy, like really cool free movement system sort of thing. Like, you basically have the Apex movement system, but then with, like, wall runs and, like, double jump sort of thing, with, like, good guns, melee and sort of thing. And then you also have, you can climb into a Titan and then do some Titan shit, which is, like, a giant fucking ass robot where you can, like, shoot things, like, with and blow things up. Like, that's also pretty cool. And I want to try the melee multiplayer. No, I want to try the multiplayer this week. I kind of want to finish up the story first, but I want to try the multiplayer and see what it's like. Because if that has a really good team deathmatch, like, that might be a good contender for Apex. The only thing is that, like, Titanfall isn't really, like, in development anymore, sort of thing. So that would kind of suck. But, like, the thing is, like, I think I would love Apex to have a story mode, and I would love it to have, like, a team deathmatch. I would play Apex team deathmatch all the fucking time. I would never play Battle Royale anymore, but don't tell them that. Because, like, the thing that I found with Battle Royale is that, like, it's kind of fun, but it's, like, it's just a gimmick for me. It's, like, it's fun to, like, do once, but, like, the cool thing which I have with team deathmatches is that you can, like, you can form your team, and you can have this thing where it's like, hey, you know, you die, you don't lose the entire match, you just, like, respawn, and you continue to fight. And it's kind of like, you know, this, like, you know, like, this, like, game compared to, like, you know, like, kind of like a soccer game or a game of tag or something, you know, like, you can have a game where, like, one side is winning, and then, like, you can, like, turn it around. If people leave, new people can come in. Like, you can continue to have lobbies where, like, you stick around with, like, your lobby, as, like, you can, like, be playing with, like, 5 or 6 friends at the same time. Like, that's a lot of fun. But, like, apparently, like, everything has shifted to, like, this Battle Royale style thing, because, I don't know, like, it's kind of hooked on, but, like, I've never, like, Fortnite didn't fight with me that well because of the building. Like, PUBG didn't really fight with me that well. Like, it just felt kind of, like, stale and empty. Like, I think they went with this, like, hardcore style, like, this is the OG Battle Royale. It's, like, there's no frills and shit. It's, like, just pure. But, like, it didn't really fight with me. It was, like, yeah, like, it's kind of cool, I guess, but it just didn't stick with me. And, like, Warzone is, like, so fucking big. I don't like it. It's like you have, like, a 12-story building. It's like, how the fuck am I supposed to find someone in a 12-story building? Like, that's insane. It's like one building in an entire city. So, yeah. But yeah, instead we got Lunaro, Rocket League that no one asked for. Oh my god, Lunaro! So yeah. Oh man, Gloko, what's up, dude? How's it going? Yeah, I remember we did that Lunaro tournament once, which was kind of fun. Also, remember Frame Fighter? Like, oh my god, that reminds me of like those Warframe days where we would like try and like push things to a Warframe and just like they just wouldn't jump on it. My god, were they like a shitty game to work with? Like, actually no, I can just say that. I can just say it. They were kind of a shitty game to work with because like, yes, I will admit at some points in time they were pretty good to work with. At the same time, like they kind of like screwed me over the end and like never wanted to talk about it. So like I'm kind of like, well, fuck it, you know. If you send me out in a bad way, I'm gonna think of you in a bad way. But yeah, no, it's like I remember they would be like, well, you know, they would fucking come to me and be like, yeah, we didn't ask you to like host something because like you did that quite a lot of times already, and we just wanted to let other people do something. So yeah, but now we need your help, and I'm like, okay. And at the same time, they'd be like, yeah, guys, we need to have something in the directory going on, which is like, you know, something which like comes back to like this thing, like, you know, like makes people come back to the directory. I'm like, yo, that's what I was trying to do, but you never gave me anything to work with. Or like they would fucking launch Frame Fighter and be like, okay, let us try a Frame Fighter tournament, and like just didn't get supported. I was like, fuck yeah. My god, like that is like that's like the Warframe side projects. It just got me like tired of it. And now like, oh my god, I need to fucking apologize and shit. I need to like, oh my god, I need to apologize and shit so hard for Final Fantasy VII Remake. I kind of watched back like the Framecast we did last year when Final Fantasy Remake came out. And it wasn't as bad as I thought, but still pretty bad. If you want to go watch that back, it's like Framecast 44, 45 or something. Like, are remakes still worth it or something? Like, how faithful should remakes be? I'm sorry, like seriously, anyone that like really enjoys Final Fantasy VII Remake or the original sort of thing, I've played the game, I fucking love it. Like, seriously? Like, I remember we made that episode and like there was like this big controversy supposedly about like people getting so mad as this game was like not faithful to the original, it wasn't right. And like, yeah, I disagree. It's like, I haven't played the original, that's a big thing, but I just love the game for as much as it was like a 30-hour game. And apparently like the supposed point of conflict, which again, I have seen so little people talk about. Like, I will go to reviews, like, I will go back to reviews from, like, last year, and people are like, yeah, like, this game has been very badly criticized because of, like, some things, which I can't really talk about because of spoilers, but yeah, it isn't entirely faithful to, like, the original, but I loved it. Every single review says, like, yeah, some people are angry, but I love this thing. It's like, I can't even find a single bad review where people are like, yeah, this thing is a piece of shit because, you know, it's not the same. It's like, I can't find that. I can't find that from like a legitimate source. But like, I assumed that back then, like, it seemed like this was a big deal. So we talked about it on the Framecast. We talked about like how faithful should remakes be and like should things be changed if you're gonna be making a remake. And like, honestly, like, fuck yeah, like if they change like this, like honestly, I don't mind because like the original game is still out there. But I love this. Like, it's basically like what's going on is like you have this game, Final Fantasy VII Remake. It like the combat is amazing. Like the game looks fantastic. It is very well done. I don't know what you could really compare it to, but like if you've never played Final Fantasy, like you just imagine you have a dude with a fucking big sword who's overpowered as fuck, and like you just like go out into like this world, this futuristic world, which is like, you know, a very dark, depressing futuristic world where like one company owns the entire world and is like draining the Earth's resources for power, and then like you go out and like, you know, you destroy reactors and shit. And you have this really cool, like, turn-based combat, which is also fluid. So, like, you could just, like, run around and just, like, you know, mash your buttons. But, like, if you're going to be button mashing, like, it's not really going to do something. So you can pause, like, you can basically, like, open up a menu and, like, pause it and, like, do very specific attacks or do spells and such, which is really fucking cool. And, like, you go for this entire world and you meet a whole band of characters. And you, like, you know, you fight a little bit against the big evil company. And there's, like, another, like, villain that you're chasing. And, like, it's a very, very interesting world where, like, you meet so many cool characters in this very, like, interesting city. Of course, like, like, it is a little bit, like, you know, third-person corridor style thing. There are ways in which it feels old. It's not entirely like Cyberpunk. It's more like a, like, I would see it more like a handheld game. Like, a very high fidelity handheld game, but it feels like a handheld game because of, like, the way that, like, it moves and the way the menus are structured. I haven't played it on the PS Vita, which is amazing. But yeah, like, it's a really good game. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. And like the thing that people were mad about is like basically like the whole, like throughout of the whole game, this compromised like a really small segment of it, and they drawn out to like a 30-hour game sort of thing. And now like the next parts of the game are gonna be like in sequels, where like the game where you'd have to buy like extra copies of the game. So that's probably what people were mad about, and that like it wasn't entirely faithful to this original story because some things don't really happen. But that's also addressed in the story, because like, there are these creatures which are trying to like make things happen or not happen, but they're going against that because like it's basically like this game struggling with the old game, and it's so cool. It's so cool if you like see that. So like, yeah, I enjoyed it. Like seeing the entire work that went into, like, fuck it, like I think this game is worth its full price, and like I don't think that they could have made, like, you know, if this was 20% of like the full game, I can't imagine that they could have done like 5 times this thing for the same amount of money. So like, yeah, I really enjoyed it, and like honestly, like it kind of made me reconsider, like, fuck, you know, when I was talking about it, I had no clue. I'd never played the original Final Fantasy. I'd never played the Final Fantasy remake. So I had no clue actually what I was talking about that subject, but we just brought it up more in the question of like, hey, here's this controversy about like this remake is not entirely one-to-one to like the original, so like how faithful in general should remakes be? Is it right that people are upset, or like should people just like kind of chill? And like I think that like we kind of heard on that, and we kind of touched on like, you know, Star Wars and stuff, and we touched on like, you know, episodic, turning things into like episodic thing, and like I don't like it that I kind of was talking about this shit without like even like knowing everything about it or even like playing it, because like Drew wasn't playing. He had watched someone play it for like his gaming in the chill, but he hadn't played it himself, and that is something which like I thought was bad, because like to me, like if I look at the pointer that made then, like back then I said like, yeah, like I don't think things should be episodic, because episodic feels like they're losing creativity, which like look at like, you know, like all these Fast and Furious 9 or Fast and Furious 9 came out. I can't believe that franchise is still running. Apparently like the Paul Walker guy, like apparently they want to CGI him into like Fast and Furious 10 to like bring him back to life, which is like fucking horrible. Like why the fuck do you continue? Or like I don't know how far Transformers is along, but like they might be like Transformers 20 or something. Like I feel like if series get drawn out, like it feels like people just like lose ideas, and it's just like, oh, let's draw it out for the sake of money, and that never really works. So like that's kind of the argument I put forth, and I don't feel that that's applicable to Final Fantasy VII Remake at all. And I don't really feel like we were talking about Final Fantasy Remake in that sense, but like we were kind of implying it. We were kind of like saying like, yeah, you know, yeah, Final Fantasy Remake, like remake shouldn't be. It's like, no, I disagree now with myself. So yeah, I want to apologize for that. If you watch that and you are extremely upset about it, or if you completely forgot, then like, hey, there's nothing to apologize for because you forgot. But yeah, no, like I will probably not talk about this anymore. Like I will like try to play the games more when they come out, and then talk about the games that I've actually played without talking about the games which I haven't played. But yeah, like at the same time, we also need to like fill the framecast with things that we can talk about, which are like, you know, around this point in time, like there isn't all that much to talk about really, like because things don't really happen. He was CGI'd in the previous one, I think. Oh man, wonderful. I mean, like I guess if that's like the family is giving their blessings and they're happy with it, I guess they can do that. But yep. Oh well, talk about diabetes. We could do like the frame cast turn it into a philosophy cast. Oh my god, that would be interesting. But we gotta do it like full Asian Greek, like philosophy style. Then, you know, it's like all and these like, you know, ancient like wardrobe things, like just like, you know, these basically just like, you know, just get this like one big white cloth and just like wrap it around your body, and then we also can't sit down. We gotta like lay down like this, like near a table with like food on it, and then just like be talking as we're like putting our mouths full with food and wine, and like that's the way you really do philosophizing. That's the way we should do the framecast then. I don't know if like, yeah, if Drew would be down for that. If we could do that, if Twitch would like that, if Twitch would accept that. You're thinking of the Romans, not the Greeks. Oh yeah, no. If we're gonna do the Greeks, then we gotta do like the Spartan style. God! The Spartan style. God damn. It's just like, you know, live or die. Everything's gotta be like a, what is it? Everything's gotta be a life or death situation. Today we're doing the Freecast while I'm walking this tightrope like all the way across the Grand Canyon. There is no safety net. Can we discuss in this situation? The strong will survive. My god. I was actually thinking like maybe I should like see if there's one of the people that's playing Apex, so like down to like maybe do a framecast where we talk about the you know, Apex situation that's going on, because I don't think Drew can talk about that much. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Like, the framecast right now is like a little bit of like a back like a back burner project sort of thing, in the sense like I really enjoy doing it. It doesn't really have very high priority for me, in the sense of like we're just like doing topics whenever there are topics around and whenever Drew can be around. But right now, like, it's not in an optimal state because like it's not coming out every week, and I do also feel like we've kind of like started talking about news in a sense. Like we're not really talking about like back when we started, we really had this thing where like we would do like Warframe topics, but then like deeper beyond like the normal conversation, like really try and like figure out what's going on behind this, because we both had intricate knowledge about it and we both had interest in this. And then like, yeah, like Warframe kind of stuttered out, and like we tried doing like other topics, other games, but like it's kind of tough to like find a game that we're both equally interested in. Like, it does happen, but like a lot of times, like, hey, we both love Nier Automata, but what the fuck is there to talk about Nier Automata that like hasn't been said already? And I was like trying to like find things that click, you know, because like a lot of times like it feels like if you're gonna try and like look for different games, like what you find is that like I feel like a lot of interest is like on the brand new games, and that's kind of, I get it. It's also kind of weird because like right now, like I've played Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm like, I love this shit, but like, do I want to make a video about it? Probably not, because like, who's gonna care? So it's like, if it's really whenever something comes out, you talk about it. But like a lot of times when like something comes out, like that's not really when you like know a lot about it to really do it for a discussion style. So yeah, Framecast may change at some point in time, but I don't really know like what I would change it into or something. We'll see. So yeah. In the meantime, tomorrow, try a video on the gaming channel, and then video main channel this week, and then hopefully also a video on the gaming channel later this week. I want to try and like, oh fuck, I should actually message them. I want to try and like try out a video with like the boys that we did Uno and stuff with, and I think we're gonna like record the thing like as a live stream. So that might be this week on stream. We'll see like what day that is, or maybe not next week. I can't do next week, but maybe like the week after or something. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, you might not want to do Spartan style. Yeah, Spartan style is fucking brutal. Oh man, oh man, oh man. So yeah, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. It's the first week of July. Very gay. Spartans were gay? Hold on. I didn't know that. Hold on. Gay Spartans. Fuck yeah. Were the Spartans gay? Oh wait, here. There's like an entire Wikipedia article about homosexuality in the militaries of ancient Greece. Wow, that must be very prevalent. Yeah, they were extremely fucking gay. Let's see. Homosexuality in the... Wow, this is interesting. Hold on. Let's give this a read. Homosexuality in the militaries of ancient Greece was regarded as contributing to morale. Although a primary example is the sacred band of Thebes, a unit said to have formed of same-sex couples, the Spartan tradition of military heroism has also been explained in light of strong emotional bonds resulting for homosexual relationships. Various ancient Greek sources record incidents of courage in battle and interpret them as motivated by homoerotic bonds. Some Greek philosophers wrote on the subject. In Plato's Symposium, the interlocutor Phaedrus commented on the power of male sexual relationships to improve bravery in the military. Oh wow, I didn't know about this. He would prefer to die many deaths, while as for leaving the ones he loves in a lurch or not succoring him in peril, no man is such a craven. The influence of love cannot inspire him with courage that makes him equal to the bravest born. Wow. You join the military, is like, yo, better get to fucking these boys. Better get to fucking boys. Oh man, put it this way. There was a fighting force made up of men in like Athens or something, and the Spartans' criticism of them is that their relationship were just physical in nature. In other words, their criticism was that it wasn't gay enough. Oh man. Oh boy. That'd be wonderful. Like, just like imagine, like, you know, a middle schooler just like traveling back in time to like ancient Greece, like being able to like speak with these people, you know, like just sitting there and like watching like this infantry group or something, and then just being like to like the local sitting next to him, like, yo man, that's fucking gay. And it's like they're like, yeah, I know, right? Oh, that is so funny. That is, I did not know that. Like, the fact that they're like, yo, you need to, like, yeah, like this thing where it's like, yeah, oh, the thing which said, like, their relationship were just physical in nature. You're like, you're not close enough. Makes me laugh when you see these hyper-masculine dude bros who like to market themselves as Spartans, completely ignorant of what they actually were. Like, I'm gonna, like, these movies are gonna be so much different to watch. My god, like, wow, that's crazy. I know that in, like, ancient Greece, like, it was, like, a very normal thing where, like, you know, like, you would have, like, these older men having, like, not relationships, but they would just have, like, you know, like, casual, sexual things with, like, younger males, and that would just be, like, a very normal societal thing. Which is like, you know, you read that back, it's like, wow, you know, everyone imagines like the Greeks just to be like this, you know, like these old men with like white beards and just like sitting there like, I'm thinking. But they were actually pretty wild. They were actually pretty wild for that time. Like at the same time, I mean, the Romans were pretty wild too, with like that fucking like, oh my god, their colosseums and shit. Like, I really wonder like what would the Colosseum have looked like, when it was like really in practice. Because, like, that is something where I'm just, like, I don't think any image can, like, recreate this entire idea of, like, animals there and, like, people there, like, fighting to the death while, like, thousands, like, cheer on stands and, like, woo! And it's, like, if you look at this right now, like, if you look at this picture right now, like, a picture like this of, like, the Colosseum, like, seriously, like, this does not convey, like, this right here just conveys, like, peace and serenity. Yeah, like, I'm talking about the Romans right now, because, like, I was saying, like, the Greeks were crazy, but, like, the Romans were, like, crazy, too. But, like, there's not something where you think of, like, oh, man, people are just going here to die. And it's also so weird, right, that, like, you know, this thing is, like, it's not, it's, like, halfway standing up. It's so strange that this thing is, like, survived like this. It's just crazy. Like, why did this top part survive and not what was here? And it's also weird that there's like fences in between, but like was this always open? Like, what does this look like? Like, it's so weird. As it was, Colosseum as it was. Do we have any pictures of that? Like, they say like it would have been something like this. Like, there would have been statues there or something. But yeah, like, how did that work with, like, things? Learning about Roman society during my Latin course was really interesting. I agree. Like, I have, I did Latin too, of course, and, like, learning about, like, what they had. It made me really sad about all that was lost. It made me really fucking sad about, like, all that was lost because, like, people just took it and shit. And it also made me like, dude, wouldn't it be cool to just, like, rebuild this shit? But, like, you would never really get this stuff back, you know? I think they were remaking, like, the floor that's gonna be, like, in the middle of, like, the Colosseum. I think they're, like, remaking that so people can actually stand inside of it. They actually, I think they recently uncovered, like, a brand new thing. Like, I think they recently uncovered, like, brand new ruins, which is pretty damn cool. But yeah, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I think that, like, you cannot even imagine what it would be like to just, like, see this entire scene where people are just, like, cheering in crowds about people just literally being slaughtered and animals being slaughtered, like, as, like, what the fuck is that even? Like, that must be such a fucking mindfuck, and you can never recreate that, because that should never be recreated at all. But it's still weird. It's so weird to think about, like, wow, that happened at some point in time. And there was this entire thing built, and that thing still stands here. I also think it's wonderful that you just, like, you know, have this building that was built by someone, that, you know, you have workers that, like, put these bricks down, and, you know, now it's still here. Which is pretty cool. Humans are fucking bizarre, honestly. They actually are. They really are. So, yeah. I mean, like, I guess that's the conclusion after every Just Chatting Mondays. But, oh well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at, like, an hour stream today. Tomorrow we'll be back to Titanfall. I'm really excited about that. And yeah, new video coming out tomorrow about Apex in 2 minutes. See how that goes. Let me know. You mean that they're a mistake? No. I mean, like, I don't think it, like, I think that, like, honestly, you can say that as a meme, but, like, I don't think it's something that you would say for real, because, I mean, what a fucking brutal thing to say. And also about, like, you know, if you say humans are a mistake, most of the time, like, that also includes yourself. You're a human, and, like, I believe that, like, none of us is, like, a mistake, really. It's like, yeah, like you may believe that, but do you really believe that? And like if you do, like that sounds sad, because like there's some good that you do and there's some bad that you do. At the end of the day, like good and bad is just like fucking like, it's just subjective. Like the universe is gonna die anyway. The fucking like sun is gonna like, you know, eat up the earth, and like the heat death of the universe is upon us. So like regardless of where we go, at the end of time, it will just all end. So like who cares? Actually, in the end, who cares? So actually, in every meaning of the word, I am a mistake. No, you're not. You're absolutely not. Like, let me put it to you this way. Even if you believe you are, and you say like, yeah, that's in my personal life, that is at my home or whatever, or like wherever I go, yada yada, and you don't know anything about that, even though I've known you for quite some time, we've talked about it, but like even if you say like you don't know anything, I'm like, sure. But here in the stream, you're not, because the stream would be a lot worse off without you. You're bringing good things to the stream, Retro. Like seriously, I've enjoyed having you around for the last couple of years. We've had some like really good times with Among Us. We've had just some really good times where just like we sit, we talk, and you're a positive influence, at least to me. So you're not a mistake to me. So even if you truly believe that, which I would think is very sad, and I think that like that's definitely not the case. Like I don't think that that's something that you should seriously toy around with. If you're just doing it for a meme, do it for a meme. Like yeah, fuck yeah, I'd go around with that. But if you're serious, at least here in the stream, I will not allow you to say that for the stream. So yeah. Humanity's failings are more often than not a choice, frankly. They don't need to be as shitty as they were, they just used to be. Which is a strangely positive thing, because it means they can do better and have a great thing. Also, mistakes aren't a bad thing, just a learning experience. Actually, yeah, they definitely are. Like, honestly, like, it's so interesting to see, like, a lot of times, like, whenever you go, like, for your like, toughest times, like those are also your personality defining moments, where like people that will never face hardships, like they'll never really like go over these things, or like they are defined as a person. You see that people that have never gone through hardships just are like blank fucking slates. It's like, wow, who am I speaking with? You don't even know. But at the same time, like they're so rough to get through, but like that's most of the time like my one like hope that I hang on to whenever things are really shit. I'm like, well, at least it's gonna be like defining me as a person. I'm like, I'm gonna learn from this. So yeah. I'm just taking this opinion. I'm just a learning experience. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But yeah, like that's, I think that's a kind of cool way. We're all learning experience. I mean, no one is perfect. It's like, it baffles me. Like I used to think when I was a kid, like adults had it figured out. Now I know that no one has it figured out. And everyone's so lonely, and everyone's still like, oh my god, who's friends with this guy? Like, oh my god, like I thought we were friends. And all, like it's fucking high school problems. Like kid problems never end. The fucking kid problems, the problems that we were talking about in like first grade of like kindergarten, like we're still talking about when we die at 82. It's like, for fuck's sake, like seriously, like that thing just continues to go on. Like people don't change. It's so weird. And I cannot imagine what it will be like if I grow older or something. Like I will have to, I mean, like I'm 23, I'm gonna be 24 next week. I'm practically older, but I don't feel older. So yeah, I mean, like, look at me! I'm still reclaiming my youth by just streaming every day and, like, making sure that I continue to be hip and cool amongst you kids. Most of you aren't really kids, so yeah. People are way too harsh on themselves, I find, and fairly so. Everyone seems to think that they should just be perfect from the get-go, and which never makes sense. I mean, people are striving for an ideal, and, like, I think that, like, you can all, like, the problem which you have is like you can put an ideal of you out there, like you can look into the future, which is like what makes us think and makes us able to plan and shit. It makes us like pretty much thinking is like looking into the future and like thinking about different alternatives and then saying like how they would play out. But like what you have is that like you put up an ideal and that's what you want to strive for. Like that's gets you moving. Like that gets you moving every day. And then like you move towards the ideal, and as you get towards the ideal, like you realize like, oh hey, there's something better. So like as you get closer to the ideal, you can refine your ideal even more, so you put it further away. So like you're always strafing towards that ideal, and you're never perfect. And people like don't like yeah, they get in the way of that. And I get that. Watch out with that, but also like don't go too lenient, because you know, like sometimes people just like completely give up and do nothing, and like I always think it's fun to do something, but don't let it overtake you. Anyway, with that being said, that's it for today's Just Chatting Mondays. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all tomorrow for some more Titanfall 2. I'm really excited for that. Can't wait! Oh man, I've been just like looking at that game. I'm like, I can't wait to play it. But like, I want to play it on stream, finish up the story mode on stream, and then move on to like try out some multiplayer this week. So yeah, Have fun, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, and I'll see you all tomorrow for some Titanfall 2. And more stuff. I don't know, some other stuff. Maybe yeah, Epic's video on the gaming channel. Let me know what you think. Even if you don't think it, even if you don't like it, if you're like, oh my god, I hate Apex, just tell me. I'm gonna do it anyway, but I might do other shit which you might like. I don't know. By the way, have a good rest of your day. I'll see you around. Goodbye.